welcome to another episode. Ladies and gentlemen and everyone else watching. So let's see, it is Saturday and it is July 22nd, I believe, close to that. And we've got a two-show day. Two-show days are fun. With a cast of 35. Well, I don't know. It seems like the emails go to 55 people. But that's a lot of people, a few people that aren't in the cast. It's backstage people and producers and whatever. Stage managers, whatever. Anyway, okay, so two-show day tonight. Last night, I don't think they laughed at me. But they enjoyed the show, that was clear. I'm a very small part of the show. It's weird, people don't, when the subject is heavy, maybe they don't want to laugh, but then when something's really crazy, they do want to laugh because they want to get that tension out. And what I'm doing isn't really crazy funny, it's just funny. Whatever. So let's talk about that for a minute. The character's name is Glad Hand. As if that's two words, first and last name. I haven't researched it, but somebody told me yesterday that a glad hand or glad hands are the ends of trucks. Like where a truck connects to a trailer, it might be called a tractor trailer. The two places where they connect are called glad hands, and that could be true, but I haven't researched it. But in this masterpiece, West Side Story, you know, it was important in its time for several things, but not for the name of that small character. Anyway, but that's the kind of parts I like. You get no mic, just project, and one costume. Yay! No quick changes. You're not a cop 1 minute and a teacher the next minute and a janitor the next minute. You just go on, say your piece, and leave. Come back at the end. Somebody was saying that in some ways those small parts are harder than the large parts. But, you know, they're just different. They're a lot smaller. There's a lot less to memorize. But at the same time, that whole nervousness thing, it's just in your head anyway. We have the capability to spout much more dialogue than we'd ever have to do. It's just, do we turn the nerves off and do it correctly, or do we live in the moment and do it correctly, or do we do it well? But the actual ability to remember those lines is so much less stringent than, well, that's not making any sense. Okay, the capability we have is so much greater than what is asked of us, that we can get in the middle of that with our nerves. And then, of course, when the nerves are involved, then everything is beyond our capability, or many things are beyond our capability. It's interesting, the different parts of the brain, the things that you could do even when you're terrorized versus the things you could do when you're slightly annoyed versus the things you can do when you're preoccupied and so forth. So I think we think a small part is easier, and in some ways it is, but in some ways it isn't. Anyway, enough of that subject. So the last time I checked, we had 7 baby wildebeest. And somebody asked me how much a baby wildebeest is born. And I don't know. Does anybody know? I bet Google knows. What I noticed when I was working with the giraffe is, if you Google giraffes, you get all different kinds of answers. So apparently scientists don't agree on that. But I'm sure there's a very closely estimated weight for a newborn wildebeest that I could be aware of that I am not aware of. Somebody also asked me yesterday, what's the gestation of a rhino? I don't remember. Is it 18 months? Like a giraffe? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, what else is going on? That's about it for this Saturday. So, show Friday night, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. It's a busy weekend. And we'll catch you on the next one.